Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Tuesday the 22nd of January. So starting off with the euro dollar, and the euro's continued sliding southwards. It's just coming down to around about where there's possibly a couple of different trend lines sitting around this area. Maybe if you'd drawn it nearer to, it was already broken that trend line, so it's slipping off anyway, but as I say, coming down to yet another point where traders could be drawing their trade lines. Where from here then is the question. Well, technically it still looks pretty weak to me. Lower highs, lower lows in the price action. Most of the time there's marginal divergence on the 4 hourlies. Coming down to the hourly chart, and well, we can see the daily pivots here being hit, the S1's being hit. It makes for a difficult trading day for me when it's done this, but the ranges are so tight. The fact that it's done generally what I'm expecting it to do, a pivot and an S1 each day on R1, it's already done it, so it makes it a bit more difficult point to be trading from. I will look at it as the morning progresses and see if we get an opportunity. I would really have liked it to have rallied. It still hasn't hit its weekly pivot, which is above here at around about 114 area, 114.02, somewhere in that region. So it's got the potential to pitch up on that to that point at some time today, now or tomorrow maybe. I'm just looking, there's no significant option and expiries on the euro dollar. That's okay, that's fine. We did have yesterday, but price just kept away from it. Now okay, so at the moment I need to see, I mean, it may be finding some support around this area, but there's little in the way of targets or anything there for me at the moment on the euro. So switch to the pound. Pound was good to me yesterday. I wonder it will be today. It's looking bitty on a daily basis now. It bounced yesterday off from the weekly pivot there, but it's well, bitty as we go through this at the moment, and it's a possibility. I'm just looking at what we got here in terms of its support. If it starts breaking through that 15, maybe it'll pitch up towards yesterday's highs, the R1. Not the easiest read. We have the jobs data coming out at 9:30, so that in itself may, if they were looking particularly at the the wage inflation there, to see what's happening. But with Brexit on, you're looking over your shoulder all the time effectively. Has the potential for pushing up there, I think. It seems to be moving up relatively easy when it is moving. So I'll watch that, and it may be the break of the 50 that gets me into this, the hourly 50, to the longer side. Why? Because traders are noticing the potential for a no deal being more and more unlikely, even though we're getting closer and closer to the day. So dollar yen on the dailies here, it's selling off a little bit at the moment, moving back towards its weekly pivot, which could well and truly get hit at some point today. Again, small ranges. Yesterday, terribly tight range there. US market closed in the afternoon. It didn't probably help with volumes coming through. Selling off up until now, already down to its daily S2. I would be looking at that if we did see it break down to the S3 there with the weekly pivot. It may give enough support around that sort of area. So I'll watch that one, but nothing there immediately. Aussie dollar rolling over. It's unfortunately breaking what I was looking at as being good potential last week. Never really set up. Friday never saw a breakthrough of the highs on Thursday there, and since then we're just breaking and looking weak, and we could see this continue to topple over here. It's already hit the daily pivot. S1 again, it's probably getting into the oversold sort of territories, but whether we'll see some sort of retracement is possible later. But really, it's going to be going against what is becoming a lower highs, lower low trend, downward trend in other words. And finally, the Canadian dollar. So not the best of mornings to be looking at these markets, but we'll see. Canadian dollar pushing up at the moment. We've got data later in the week for the Canadian dollar, but nothing really significant. Still sort of bare flaggy sort of territory area potential. We'll just see how it reacts to where it is now. Originally, as I said, I was looking on some of these markets to do things earlier on, but this is looking like it's got potential for further upside at the moment. It has got an untouched daily pivot, which may at some point be a target, but for now it's really pushing back up there, high lows, high highs. It looks like a more bullish candidate, and it may be a buy on a retrace. So that's pretty much it. News wise today, as I said, we've got the earnings, well, the employment report coming out at 9:30 for the UK. 10 o'clock German economic sentiment. That might create a bit of volatility at 10ish, and that's really about it. Really, manufacturing sales 1:30 in Canada. Slow old day potentially on the news front. I mean, we should have got to remember we've got the ECB meeting later this week, which on Thursday I believe it is, which yeah, he says, yeah, it's on Thursday. So it could be a slightly quieter week with the euro. As I say, I think the opportunity may lay there with the pound, but be careful, because obviously it is prone to quite quick moves, which could go against your trading. So have a safe one. Take care. Bye for now.